Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. Well. And once again, we see that God don't like ugly. See, just on that podcast, just the other day, DJ Envy was acting real shady towards Keith Lee. And I was trying to tell y'all, he better be careful while he's out here being shady to people who are unproblematic because he still got them allegations looming over him. And lo and behold, they're coming to bite him in the behind, as we all figured that they would. This time, what's going on, allegedly, the judge that was in charge of all of what was going on with Cesar Pena and, all of the Ponzi scheme scam, if you will, basically requested that he provide documents regarding Cesar Pena's Warehouse LLC bankruptcy, as you can see here. Basically, he has until January the 8th to produce them documents. And if he don't produce them documents, he could get arrested. And he can end up having to make a mandatory deposition in bankruptcy court. It's real crazy to be facing jail time, prison time, and court again, all because you failed to produce some documents in a timely fashion. Now, I get it. He probably had some things to do, but what in the world do you have to do that's more important than keeping your raggedy black behind out of prison? Now, he's really on thin ice because apparently, allegedly, he was supposed to have been complied with a subpoena to provide financial and communication documents, as you can see here, by November the 28th, like almost a month ago, and he missed that deadline. So like I said, he's really on thin ice right now. Apparently, allegedly, the order also lists Cesar Pena and his wife along with DJ Envy. Now, I don't know if it's one of those things where they can each individually do whatever they have to do, get the documents where they got to get them and be good, or if all three of them collectively together have to do it for all three of them collectively to not be up the creek and have to face some legal repercussions. But like I said before, if the three of them don't come up off them documents, they gonna be in trouble. That's gonna be all three of they behinds. Another thing I want to point out that has something to do with all of this, because I was saying along with a whole bunch of other people that DJ Envy is very prideful, he's disrespectful, and he refuses to take accountability for his part in what was going on. He can sit up and cry about how he didn't steal anybody's money, and everybody has to say allegedly and all this kind of stuff. But he still has accountability because he used his platform to get this stuff across. I don't like it. I actually despise it, really, when people mock individuals for being taken advantage of, for having their money stolen and used for the wrong things. I get it. Some people didn't use financial wisdom. They didn't go in this, being smart or wise or whatever. But that's no excuse to talk about somebody for being taken advantage of. If you're going to talk about somebody, talk about the person who's scamming people, who's disrespecting people, who's taking advantage of people. That's one thing in the black community, well, amongst 1,000 other things, that always rubbed me the wrong way. People have so much smoke for the people who got taken advantage of, the victims, but they don't say anything to these people out here scamming people, taking advantage of people, traumatizing people. It's raggedy, it's messed up. Like I said before, he brought a lot of these consequences on himself for not taking accountability. Now, like I said, we have to say allegedly. I don't know 100% for sure, but if he did have some kind of direct involvement, whatever he got coming to him, that's what he deserved. But even if he didn't, he should have still took accountability, once again, for the exposure. He refused to be held accountable every turn of the way. The community tried to hold him accountable. Shout out to Tony the Closer, because he literally crawled so all the rest of us could walk. He blew the whistle first, and he got drugged for it. He caught a defamation lawsuit for it. Basically got in trouble low-key for being a real man and having a backbone and being brave enough to call him out on his crap. Now, why are you bringing that up, you might ask? Well, I'm so glad you did. This most recent lawsuit, allegedly, he's being sued by 2 different LLCs, and you know what they were saying? That he was using his seminars to draw people in, to trick people. They said and alleged that he was using his seminars as, and I quote, funnels to draw in victims to their real estate scam. This lawsuit, let me go ahead and read it off for you, includes violations of the New Jersey Consumer Fraud Act, a breach of contract, a civil RICO violation, fraudulent transfer, and then some. Like I said before, you can't make this stuff up. And then the icing and the cherry on top of said icing that's on top of the cake of all of this, the plaintiffs are seeking a jury trial, and request $2 million in damages. Once again, they were referencing the seminars, the one-on-ones that he claimed he was having, advertising to all these people that he was having. They were basically alleging that they felt like Cesar Pena was using all of this as a way to, as they said, size up the next victims, allegedly see who had a certain amount of money, whose net worth was where it was, so that they could see who they could get to in order to get money from. I very goofily, for whatever reason, thought that these one-on-one sessions that he did say out of his own mouth that he was having with people, that he claimed out of his own mouth he was having with people, I thought that they were for free. Like I said, I don't know why I goofily thought that, but allegedly he was charging people in between $1,500 and $2,500 allegedly for these sessions, basically charging people to get taken advantage of. That's the way that I see it. Allegedly. Now, once again, I know y'all are asking, what does this have to do with anything? Well, remember when I said he refused to take accountability? Remember when I said the community tried to hold him accountable? Like when he said, I wanted to learn and teach people so they could eat. And they were saying, well, sir, can you please at least take accountability for exposing this man on your platform to your community and then him taking advantage of us? No, he wouldn't listen to anybody. He wouldn't let anybody hold him accountable until he got to these white people in the court system. I done said somewhere before in one of these videos on the channel, them white people, them people at the top, when they get tired of you doing stupid stuff, breaking the law, doing stuff you're not supposed to, and when you piss off the wrong people, when you steal from the wrong people, when you screw over the wrong people, the wrong person, you catch the wrong person on the right day, you're gonna catch some consequences too. That's why I keep saying it's very dangerous to move like that, to move like you've never done anything wrong, to move like when you know you clearly have some accountability to accept in a situation, you refuse to do it because you don't want to pay up, you don't want to admit you're wrong, you don't want to humble yourself. Eventually you will hit the wall and you will be humbled by somebody. Those people that are suing him from those LLCs in that lawsuit brought up the same things that everybody in the community have been bringing up to him, trying to confront him about that he refused to see. You know what the sad part about that is? That is a slap in the face and a disrespect to the community that he claimed he was out to help. He said he was out to help the community through this little real estate garbage, whatever it is that you want to call it. But they ended up being the same people, amongst the same people who got taken advantage of, and he refused to apologize. He refused to say, I'm sorry. He refused to do the right thing. But then when he had no other choice, once again, because the wrong people got a hold of him, he screwed over the wrong people, the court system got a hold of him. Then he had no choice. Now he has no choice. But when the people of the community, I keep saying, begged him to do the right thing, he wouldn't do it. My mind keeps going back to that guy who was on the news who said that his deceased son put hundreds of thousands of dollars into that scheme and lost it. And he kept asking for the money back so that he could help raise that man's children, his own grandchildren. But there's no guarantee he's going to get that money back. This is the effects of stuff like this when people do stuff like this, when they screw people over. It's the small people that get screwed over, that get very negatively impacted in some very horrible, heinous, and messed up ways. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, good men and women of God, people keep pointing out that DJ Envy was never in this to help the community. He was never in this to help black people, anybody for that matter. He was in this for himself. All of this outcome only proves that. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel down in the comments below respectfully. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all have a very blessed, beautiful, and safe day.